kitchen and dining room renovation. Clever design hacks for a bigger space. Renovating a home is never just about updating surfaces. It is about reimagining how we live in a space and how that space supports our daily rhythm. When we look at a small kitchen and dining room, the instinct is often to lament the lack of square footage, but design today invites us to flip that perspective. The question becomes, how can a limited footprint feel expansive, bright, and welcoming? The answer lies in blending practical strategies with creative thinking, allowing compact interiors to carry the same presence and elegance as larger ones. This is where architecture and interior design merge, turning constraints into opportunities. The starting point is always the atmosphere we want to create, and color is central to atmosphere. Light, airy shades, soft whites, gentle creams, pale grays, and pastel tones remain timeless choices. These tones catch sunlight during the day and amplify artificial light at night, creating an effect where walls seem to recede and ceilings feel taller. In small kitchens where space is precious, this optical expansion is invaluable. Yet modern design also appreciates the power of contrast. A deep charcoal countertop, sleek black cabinet handles, or even wooden ceiling beams can add depth and definition. Rather than shrinking the room, these accents ground it, balancing delicacy with strength. For the bold, a monochromatic approach is gaining traction, unifying walls, cabinets, and furnishings in a single tone to eliminate visual breaks. This seamless flow creates a calm stage on which textures, light, and form take the spotlight. Storage solutions represent the second pillar of transformation. Clutter is the enemy of small spaces, and yet kitchens naturally generate it. The modern answer is not to reduce what we own, but to store it more intelligently. Imagine cabinetry that climbs to the ceiling, reclaiming vertical height that often goes unused. Consider banquet seating with hidden drawers, where storage is tucked beneath the surface without consuming floor space. Multifunctional islands are evolving too, combining cooking, eating, and storing in a single structure that becomes the heart of the room. Open shelving, when used sparingly, brings personality by displaying ceramics, glassware, or plants. But the key is balance. Too much exposure creates chaos, while just enough creates charm. The trend is leaning towards sleek flat front cabinets with minimal or integrated handles, a style that visually cleanses the room and makes every line feel purposeful. Light design elevates these principles further. Natural light, of course, is unparalleled. Windows framed generously, sliding glass doors that connect kitchen to garden, or even a skylight introduced above a dining nook can dramatically alter perception. The interplay between indoor and outdoor light creates a rhythm of openness. When daylight fades, artificial lighting steps in to shape mood and function. Recessed ceiling lights provide an even canvas of brightness. Pendant lights anchor the dining table with intimacy, and LED strips under cabinetry sharpen focus for cooking tasks. What makes lighting design especially powerful in small spaces is its ability to sculpt dimension with reflective surfaces, mirrors, glass, glossy finishes, doubling the glow and extending the boundaries of the room. Layout is where architecture speaks most loudly. In compact homes, removing a wall to merge kitchen and dining into a single open plan creates immediate generosity. When full demolition is not an option, partial openness can still achieve harmony. A glass partition that allows light to travel, a half wall that defines zones while keeping conversation fluid, or sliding doors that disappear when not needed. Certain configurations prove especially effective. An L-shaped layout maximizes corner use while keeping pathways open. A galley arrangement, often seen as restrictive, can become efficient and elegant when paired with reflective surfaces and consistent flooring. Flexibility is essential in these modern layouts. A foldable dining table, an extendable surface, or a slim breakfast bar can adapt to different needs, embodying the future of multi-purpose design. Materials and textures finish the composition, and here we see exciting shifts. Glass is becoming a material of choice, not just in windows but in dining tables and cabinet doors, extending sight lines and softening divisions. Mirrored backsplashes are returning with subtle sophistication, their reflections amplifying light and visually expanding depth. Flooring continuity is equally vital. Carrying the same wood or tiles seamlessly from kitchen to dining erases boundaries, making the whole area feel like one canvas. Light-toned wood, terrazzo, and large-format porcelain tiles are currently leading trends, combining durability with aesthetic grace. For those drawn to coziness, matte finishes paired with natural textiles, linen curtains, woven chairs, cushioned benches provide warmth without sacrificing openness. Vertical space is often the overlooked secret. By drawing the eye upward, even modest rooms gain grandeur. Ceiling height cabinetry, tall art pieces, vertical slatted paneling, or pendant lights that hang in elongated forms all create an impression of loftiness. Hanging greenery or cascading lighting introduces movement that further emphasizes height. This vertical strategy is particularly relevant in urban homes where square footage is compressed, but ceiling proportions can be exaggerated to remarkable effect. Every design decision converges on the same goal: to make a small kitchen and dining room not just functional, but aspirational. Compact furniture that adapts to occasion, intentional decorative choices like a single bold artwork or a statement chandelier, and an economy of objects that favors quality over quantity, all contribute to a room that feels curated and expansive. The essence of contemporary renovation is not to expand walls, but to expand perception. Through color, storage, lighting, layout, material, and vertical emphasis, we create homes that breathe with elegance, making limited space feel limitless. This is not just about today's lifestyle, but a reflection of where design is headed, toward efficiency, adaptability, and beauty woven seamlessly together. As we look deeper into the transformation of small kitchens and dining spaces, the conversation naturally expands toward how these interiors connect with the rest of the home and even the garden beyond. In contemporary architecture, boundaries between inside and outside are softening. Homeowners increasingly seek designs where the dining room opens onto a patio, where the kitchen window frames greenery like a living artwork, or where sliding glass doors dissolve the barrier between interior life and outdoor retreat. This merging is not only aesthetic, it is psychological. Nature calms, expands, and uplifts, and when natural elements are integrated seamlessly into compact homes, they create a richness that square footage alone cannot achieve. Trends today are steering toward biophilic design, the practice of weaving nature into daily living environments. A small dining area that incorporates vertical gardens, hanging plants, or potted herbs becomes more than a functional corner. It becomes a sensory experience. The freshness of greenery softens hard lines of cabinetry and countertops, while the scent of herbs or flowers infuses the space with life. When these design gestures extend into gardens or courtyards, the connection grows stronger. Imagine a dining room table positioned beside sliding doors, opening directly to a wooden deck with outdoor seating. Even the smallest urban balconies, dressed with planters and compact furniture, can extend the interior visually and functionally, giving the illusion of doubling available living space. Materials play an equally vital role in this integration. Natural wood, stone, and clay-based finishes carry warmth and authenticity. These tactile surfaces contrast with the smoothness of modern glass or steel, achieving a balance between tradition and innovation. Current design movements favor sustainable materials, not only for their environmental impact, but also for their timeless aesthetic. Bamboo flooring, reclaimed wood shelving, recycled stone composites for countertops, all are increasingly present in kitchens and dining rooms that aim to be future-proof. Beyond sustainability, these materials carry stories, linking the present home to the cycles of nature and human craft. Lighting once again emerges as a thread in this narrative. When a dining space opens to the outdoors, natural light floods in, shifting the mood from morning brightness to evening glow. The strategic placement of lighting fixtures can extend this rhythm. Lantern-inspired pendant lights, warm-toned LEDs, or outdoor sconces that echo indoor design language create continuity across spaces. This blending of illumination ensures that the transition from kitchen to garden feels intentional and harmonious, whether during a lively dinner party or a quiet breakfast. Furniture design is also evolving to support this fluid lifestyle. Pieces that are lightweight, foldable, or extendable are highly valued in small homes, especially when they can be carried outside for flexible use. A slim dining table that extends to accommodate guests, stools that stack neatly when not needed, or benches that serve as both seating and storage are emblematic of today's multifunctional approach. Outdoor furniture increasingly mirrors indoor elegance. Woven textures, cushioned chairs, and modular seating blur the distinction between patio and dining room, ensuring stylistic coherence throughout the home. The role of technology cannot be overlooked. Smart appliances, once considered luxuries, are now practical necessities for maximizing function in compact kitchens. Energy-efficient induction cooktops, refrigerators with customizable shelving, and ovens with dual cooking zones allow homeowners to do more with less space. Integrated sound systems, concealed charging stations, and automated lighting controls add layers of convenience that align with modern lifestyles. The small kitchen is no longer a compromise. It is a hub of efficiency and innovation, supported by technology that adapts to human needs. Looking at current trends, we see a future that emphasizes modularity and personalization. Homeowners want spaces that reflect individuality while still responding to collective design movements. In kitchens and dining rooms, this often means mixing high-end statement pieces with simple, affordable elements. A handcrafted wooden dining table might stand beside minimalist metal chairs. A sculptural pendant light could illuminate an otherwise understated kitchen. These contrasts add texture and narrative, preventing compact spaces from feeling uniform or sterile. The influence of global design is shaping aesthetics as well. Scandinavian simplicity, Japanese minimalism, Mediterranean warmth all leave their marks on modern renovations. Scandinavian design teaches us to prioritize light, simplicity, and functionality. Japanese interiors remind us of the beauty of restraint, where every item has a purpose and negative space is respected. Mediterranean style introduces warmth through terracotta, textured plaster, and soft earth tones. When these influences blend, they create eclectic yet harmonious interiors that feel both international and deeply personal. Another fascinating shift lies in the role of art and statement decor. In small dining spaces, instead of scattering multiple small decorations, the trend leans toward one striking focal point, a bold painting, a sculptural light fixture, or a dramatic wall finish. This single element acts as an anchor, drawing the eye and lending identity to the room. Similarly, mirrors are experiencing a resurgence, not as functional necessities, but as design features. A well-placed mirror can double perceived depth, reflect natural light, and create symmetry in a compact layout. The garden connection deepens with outdoor kitchens and dining zones, a trend once reserved for larger properties, but now scaled down for smaller homes. Compact grills, fold-away prep stations, and collapsible dining sets make it possible to extend cooking and entertaining outside, even in limited spaces. This extension reinforces the sense of abundance, turning a small interior kitchen into part of a larger lifestyle ecosystem. In climates that allow year-round use, the blending of indoor and outdoor cooking has become a central design aspiration. In this evolving landscape, sustainability is not just a material choice, but a lifestyle ethos. Energy-efficient appliances, water-saving fixtures, composting stations, and recycling zones are increasingly built into kitchen designs. Homeowners want not only to save space, but also to save resources, aligning their homes with broader global values. This environmental consciousness shapes everything from paint choices, low VOC and eco-friendly, to textiles like organic cotton or recycled polyester. The kitchen and dining room thus become not just spaces of nourishment, but also statements of responsibility and foresight. Altogether, the second layer of design for small kitchens and dining rooms is about expansion, not through square footage, but through connection, technology, culture, and sustainability. A compact home today is expected to deliver the richness of a larger one, and it does so by weaving inside with outside, old with new, and personal expression with global influences. This multidimensional approach ensures that every renovation is not only stylish and functional, but also forward-looking, reflecting the broader trajectory of architecture and design in the modern world. When we think about the future of kitchen and dining room design, particularly in small homes, it becomes clear that the conversation is no longer about limitations, but about possibilities. Design is moving toward a holistic vision where every element is purposeful, every material resonates with sustainability, and every layout enhances human interaction. The home of tomorrow is a place that adapts gracefully to changing lifestyles, embraces evolving technologies, and reflects a seamless blend of personal identity and collective cultural shifts. One of the most compelling directions is adaptability. Homes today are not static. They must adjust to different rhythms of life. A kitchen may serve as a workspace in the morning, a family hub at noon, and an entertaining space in the evening. Furniture and architecture are evolving to support this fluidity. Tables that extend with a simple pull, chairs that fold and hang neatly on walls, counters that transform into bars or workstations, all reflect the spirit of multipurpose living. The design industry is investing heavily in modular systems, allowing homeowners to reconfigure layouts with minimal effort. These innovations are not just conveniences. They represent a philosophy where flexibility is central to resilience and sustainability. The aesthetic language of the future embraces simplicity with depth. Minimalism is no longer about austerity, but about clarity, balance, and serenity. Smooth surfaces, hidden storage, and continuous lines create visual calm, while carefully chosen accents, such as sculptural lighting or handcrafted ceramics, introduce individuality. This trend is influenced by a global desire for tranquility in environments increasingly dominated by digital complexity. The kitchen and dining room become sanctuaries where the chaos of the outside world pauses and where design gently supports human connection. Technology, of course, plays a transformative role. We are moving into an era of intelligent homes where the kitchen becomes a center of innovation. Appliances equipped with artificial intelligence can suggest recipes based on available ingredients, monitor food freshness, and optimize energy use. Lighting systems adjust automatically to circadian rhythms, enhancing health and comfort. Dining areas incorporate integrated speakers and projection systems, allowing immersive experiences for entertainment or even remote gatherings. These innovations promise efficiency, but more importantly, they aim to enhance the quality of living, ensuring that even the smallest of homes feels connected, intelligent, and forward-thinking. Global influences continue to shape the character of design. The fusion of cultural aesthetics creates interiors that are layered and textured. A small dining space may carry the clean lines of Japanese joinery, the warmth of Mediterranean stone, and the functionality of Scandinavian simplicity, all within a single coherent narrative. This cross-pollination reflects the interconnected world we live in and makes compact spaces feel larger by expanding their cultural dimension. The more a space resonates with stories, influences, and heritage, the richer it feels, regardless of its physical size. The garden connection will evolve further into immersive green integration. Beyond potted plants or vertical gardens, future homes may embrace hydroponic systems integrated into kitchen walls, allowing herbs and vegetables to grow within arm's reach. Dining spaces might be designed with retractable glass roofs, creating open-air experiences when the weather allows. This evolution speaks to a yearning for closeness to nature, even in urban contexts where access to landscapes is limited. The more greenery is woven into daily rituals, cooking, eating, gathering, the more holistic and rejuvenating the home becomes. Sustainability will continue to drive innovation in materials and practices. Designers are experimenting with biodegradable composites, recycled metals, and textiles made from agricultural byproducts. Flooring may be produced from reclaimed ocean plastics, countertops from recycled glass, and lighting fixtures from bamboo fiber. These choices not only reduce environmental impact, but also create interiors with unique character and authenticity. The aesthetic of the future values imperfections, seeing them as marks of natural processes or human craft, reminding us of the connection between living spaces and the world they inhabit. Social dynamics also influence design. As homes become smaller, communal areas take on greater significance. The kitchen and dining room, traditionally centers of family life, will increasingly serve as gathering spaces for friends, colleagues, and neighbors. This requires layouts that encourage interaction, open counters where people can cook together, round tables that foster conversation, and seating arrangements that adapt for intimacy or larger groups. The architectural language of togetherness will define the heart of compact homes, reminding us that the purpose of design is not just efficiency, but connection. The sensory dimension of future design is another frontier. Beyond visual aesthetics, attention is shifting to sound, scent, and texture. Kitchens may incorporate acoustic treatments to reduce noise from appliances, creating calm environments. Dining rooms may integrate subtle fragrance systems, releasing natural aromas that enhance mealtime experiences. Materials with tactile richness, textured stone, woven fabrics, warm woods, will gain importance, offering grounding sensations in a digitalized age. These sensory layers create spaces that are not only seen, but felt, leaving lasting impressions on those who inhabit them. Looking ahead, the evolution of small kitchens and dining rooms is not just about interiors, but about lifestyle. It is about embracing the idea that less space does not mean less experience. On the contrary, the careful orchestration of light, layout, materials, technology, and culture can yield homes that are more inspiring, efficient, and nurturing than ever before. The challenge of compactness sparks creativity, pushing design to innovate in ways that make everyday life richer and more meaningful. The future will celebrate homes that are adaptable, sustainable, technologically intelligent, and deeply connected to both nature and community. In these homes, the kitchen and dining room will remain the central stage, a place where nourishment, conversation, and memory converge. Whether through modular furniture, immersive greenery, cultural fusion, or smart technologies, these spaces will embody the direction of architecture and interior design in the years to come. What once seemed like limitations will reveal themselves as catalysts for beauty, innovation, and connection, ensuring that even the smallest of homes stands tall in both function and spirit.